Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm a spiritual medium and reader. I've got a message today for Libras. To let you know how this works, I have asked Spirit and my guides to come through with a message that will be deep for you as well as meaningful. I am reading for a collective, so everyone with a Libra energy, whether you're a solar Libra or just have a lot of Libra in your chart. So there's going to be some specific information that might be right on the nose for you, but I'm also trusting that my guides are going to help me tie this together in a way that is instructive as well as meaningful for you, even if the advice isn't just right on the nose. So I said it once, but happy birthday, Libras. Another year. This is really exciting. And what a crazy year, right? So if you're new to this channel, welcome, and I really encourage you to subscribe so you can stay in contact with high vibration information from the other side every week. And if you're already a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. And just know that both of you are supported in this moment with some really great information. I have an interesting narrative unfolding in front of me in these cards, and I'm going to be asking for more information as we go. So let's get started right away. I'm going to show you these two cards right in the beginning, Queen of Cups and Nine of Cups. So we have the Queen representing the energy around you this week, and the Nine of Cups is your response to it. And I love this energy. It's almost like the Queen is saying, go do my bidding, and this courtier is bowing to her and saying, yes, I will. So your intuition is talking to you. Your artistic inclinations are speaking to you strongly this week. And you're kind of like, yep, I'll do it. And then we get these fish flying out. But I'm wondering why it wasn't like this. You know, why are you not the energy of this queen? In the saying, I'm calling him a courtier, but it's almost as if the energy is a little bit more diluted here. You can see that very clearly in the colors. This is very rich, and this is just a little bit less rich. It's a little less embodied in this intuitive, flowing, completely connected energy. The Queen of Cups really represents intuition at its highest level of practicality, so that every single step you take, every decision you make is coming completely from intuition. She knows that even if it doesn't make sense to her logical mind, she's going to follow it. Even if it makes no sense to everyone else, she's going to follow it. And so you're kind of hearing it, and you're willing to listen to it, but you're not fully living it yet. I hope that makes sense to you. So you're in touch with the energy, but you're not on the throne. You're not wearing the crown yet. You're just agreeing with it, and you kind of swim off and do it. This is also, I get it. You're wanting to do it when it feels good to do it. That's our Nine of Cups here. When things feel good to you, when you feel comfortable, when you feel like what your intuition is telling you to do is going to bring you more pleasure, you're more than happy to do it. But if it's going to be a little painful, a little bit uncomfortable, you're kind of like, no, I'll probably let my conscious mind, I'll let my rational mind take care of this, or maybe I won't go there at all. So keep this in the back of your mind. I was wondering what was going on here, and now I get it. We've got the Devil, the Eight of Pentacles in the middle, and the Queen of Wands on the other side. And it's almost like these two are in a standoff, or like a high noon showdown, right? They're in a duel. And this Eight of Pentacles is kind of keeping them separated. But again, there's a question of, why aren't you completely the queen? Why is our Devil here? And if you're new to the tarot, or if you're new to my style of reading, the Devil represents self-sabotage for me. It represents thoughts and illusions that keep you stuck. Like I was talking about before, when things feel good, you're okay to follow your intuition. The Devil is kind of a version of that on steroids, because the Devil is everything we do to, it's like pleasure in excess, gluttony and greed, that kind of stuff. So it's only focusing on the pleasure of things, but then that becomes a trap. You see, she's trapped down at the bottom and she can't get herself out. And it's all completely her choosing, because she only wants to do things that feel good. She only wants to go in the direction of pleasure. And when I'm saying she, I'm really meaning you. When you only want to do the things that are comfortable and okay and feel harmonious and aren't going to really rock the boat, you put yourself in a trap. You put yourself in chains, because that's not the whole thing, and it doesn't allow you to really stand up in that fullness of your power. This one here, Queen of Wands, is also another intuitive card. She's more action oriented, whereas this one is a lot more receptive to the intuition, but they still are showing up in the same reading for you. And so this one is about taking ownership of it, but being a lot more extroverted with the way that you express it. Now let me ask them why we've got the Eight of Pentacles in the middle. Oh, okay. They're just very quickly saying the word destiny and fate. So they're really asking you to step up and to assume that full power. The full power of the intuition, the full power of the confidence of knowing how to act, when to act, and how to act. That's what this queen represents. And not getting yourself stuck over here, and it might not feel good, or it might piss someone off, or I might be uncomfortable, or I might not like it. So all of those kind of thoughts aren't really helping you. And so I'm wanting to encourage you, because you're on the right track. The fact that these two cards harmonize together is a good sign, but this is not where you could stop. You could keep going up to that level where you're the one giving out the directives, for lack of a better metaphor. So there's a lot more intuitive power. There's a lot more, I'm going to say, demonstrative power that they'd like you to start working on, and to start really exercising. So exercising the true power of your intuition, and knowing that because you are hearing it, that's the thing. You're hearing it all the time. It's just you only decide to act when it feels good. So even when it doesn't feel good, still acting on your intuition. That's the key. So whatever your intuition tells you, good or bad, or uncomfortable and comfortable, harmonious and inharmonious, you still need to go that direction. So I feel like there's something else. So I just want to sit here for a second and look, because I've got cobwebs on two cards, the Devil and the Eight of Pentacles. So there's a difference between spinning your own web here. The Eight of Pentacles represented by a spider, because spider has 8 legs, right? There's a difference between spinning your own web and being caught in your cobwebs, being caught in your fears, being caught in the things that are dusty and dirty. So guys, what does that really mean? What are you trying to say here? The cobwebs are the old junk. The cobwebs are the dustiness that don't really belong in your space anymore. So this unwillingness to go where it's uncomfortable, this unwillingness to see the unbeautiful, to see the ugly, that doesn't need to stay in your house anymore. There's still something else. So just give me a second. Okay, they're saying the word frozen, and I'm kind of getting the feeling crystallized. And so when we don't use an ability, when we don't use a room in our house, it tends to get dusty, and we tend to get cobwebs in it. And so what they're saying is, if you keep putting this off, if you keep only using half your intuition, or your intuition only half the time, the intuition really is going to get weakened. Your capacity to listen to it is going to get weakened. And in a sense, to me, it's not that it's weakened, it's just not operating at full capacity, right? This is like full screen brightness, and this is like pretty dim. So we're talking about being willing to nurture that ability to its fullest, and not just being happy with kind of sliding on the side. I just really feel like it's almost like I can't get the point. And I think because the energy I'm trying to read is not wanting me to find the point, right? You don't want me to get to the point here, because you really don't want to change the way that you are interacting with your intuition, with this information that comes to you. But in order for you to truly feel like you're in control of your destiny and in control of what you're making in your world, it is imperative that you follow whatever your intuition is telling you to do. I don't care how uncomfortable it is. yeah, it's just that a lot of you really don't want to go there. You really just are wanting to stay aligned with this card more than the lightness and the initiative of this card. You're just wanting to stay kind of stuck in that. It's funny because you're being stuck in the dark, but you're being stuck in the dark because you're avoiding the dark. So let me see if I can bring this all together. Okay, they're saying draw another card. So that's odd. That's never happened. 8 of Wands. Okay. Remember we had the 8 of Pentacles? So they're giving me another 8. So take a longer view. Where are you going with this? This isn't just like, it was fun to follow my intuition yesterday, but I don't feel like doing it today. Where are we going? What kind of life are you envisioning for yourself in the future? Is it one that's intuitively driven? Is it one that's intuitively inspired? Is it creative and poetic and empowered? What is it? Because when you decide that question, it will be clear which way you should go. Do you still continue to only do your intuition half the time, or are you going to do it the whole time? And they're also saying this is a decision about a relationship, which that came out of nowhere. So it's about showing up as a full self in a relationship. And that to me also means your intuition, right? Because your intuition is part of yourself. So it's taken us a bit of time to get here because this is a decision you're really wanting to put off. And you're like, but I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Can't I get a reward? I mean, aren't I doing the right thing? So the bottom line with all of this is that your intuition is not just a little pet to be brought out or a toy to be brought out of the closet and then put away again for the rest of the day. It's something that's with you all the time. And the more you learn to trust it, the uncomfortableness will just go away. But we really have to learn how to trust it in every aspect of our lives. And they threw that relationship in there because there's a struggle happening with it, not because of the relationship itself, but because of the way you're showing up in it. And let me just see if there's anything else they want to say about that, because we're kind of getting towards the end of our reading, and I want to just make sure you've got all that you need. It's really just about understanding the direction you're going with it. What is your intent in moving forward with this relationship? How are you wanting to show up in this relationship? And how much of yourself are you willing to show to this relationship? So I love this because it's not just like I'm going to show them the nice facets of me. It's like I'm really going to show them my true power. I'm going to show them really who I am. And I don't care what happens. So, God, Libras, this was kind of a tough one. This is a tough first birthday reading. So if you've got questions, please reach out in the comments. As I mentioned before, I am doing private readings as well as these videos. So if you're interested in one for yourself, I have 2 different offerings. One's more of a one-off, and the other one is more sustained guidance over a month or 2 months. It's called the Phoenix Path, that second one. If you'd like to check it out, trueguidancetarot.com. And as always, I welcome your comments and feedback and look forward to seeing you next week.